Grand Rising, happy Sunday. Here we are. We're like in week one. We have actually accomplished week one with the help of the power and the presence of the Holy Spirit. I have been assisted in a beautiful way, tapping into what is within, not what's out there, but from what is within. And my birthday was beautiful. I had a wonderful, wonderful day, a very peaceful day. It is continuing because it is my birthday weekend. So the festivities will continue. I'm thankful for my son who came through with that beautiful cake yesterday that some of you were able to see, that was posted, and all the lovely flowers and the gifts and the breakfast and all of that, where I was treated like an absolute queen. And I'm going to continue the festivities with friends, of course, and enjoy the rest of my day, which will be a very peaceful, reflective, spiritual, meditative day. So I'm very, very happy once again. Happy to be here, happy to be alive, happy to be well. The temperature will be going up this week. We're getting out of the deep freeze in this particular region, although in some other regions in the United States, I'm hearing that the cold will continue. I'm hearing that the deep freeze will continue. So I want everybody to stay warm where they are. Stay safe, bundle up, dress appropriately and accordingly with this weather, which is going to be flip-flopping. As we get closer to the spring season, we will see the weather fluctuate. It's just that time of year, and then we'll probably stabilize. I know in this region, we'll stabilize by the end of this month, and then we'll be on a trajectory of warmth. Grand rising to the people that are coming in. We're so very grateful for each and every one of you. Today is a good day. Today is going to be a fantastic reading because we're going to focus on that thing that drives us, that thing that keeps us motivated, that thing that keeps us on the path to our destination. And that word today is determination. What are you determined to do? What have you set in your mind as a goal which you are determined to see through, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it is? Hey, it's warm in Cali. Good morning, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. It is getting warm here as well in this particular region. We're going to be seeing the warmth. So we're on the other end of you. People that are not from America have a tendency to confuse our states, thinking that, because we have palm trees, that we're both doing the same thing. But it's going to be warm here too. It's going to start warming up, and we'll be in the 70s here. So I'm very, very glad about that. And I'm happy that you're snug and warm as well, and that it gets only warmer, and that the weather only gets better for you with time. So I bless you, sis. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for being here and getting up this early in the morning to do this with me. So like I was saying, we're talking about determination. What is that thing that drives you? What is that thing that keeps you focused? What is your passion? Some of us have a passion to help others. Some of us are committed to a certain cause where we want to see healing, where we want to see people empowered. It could be women's empowerment. It could be, unisex empowerment for everybody, for all creatures. It could be something to do. Yes, thank you so much for the like. Continue to like and share for those who are coming in. It could be anything that God has birthed in us to see made manifest, a specific call. Now, we talked about that before in terms of what calls us, what is the call of our soul, but what is the thing that drives us to get there? So we're going to explore that today. We're going to start out by lighting our Serenity candle, of course, and it smells delicious. It's not only a candle that looks good, but it also fills the room with such a light and clean scent. It's not overpowering. It's not overbearing. It's not, I don't want to, insult another brand out there, but some of their candles smell like cotton candy. You guys know what I'm talking about, which brand I'm talking about. It has like a cotton candy smell. Everything smells like cotton candy, but this is not like that. This is like a refreshing fabric softener, clean, crisp Serenity smell. And I love the way that it smells. So why wouldn't I be safe? Let's sit with that. A lot of people are saying that, stay safe. And it's a beautiful and lovely thing to say. But we are safe no matter where we go. We don't have to question our safety. We're safe wherever we go. Where we stand is holy ground, and we are divinely protected at all times. So I thank you for that. And we're all in the ark of safety as long as we stay there and remain there. And everything has a divine purpose. We may not understand exactly what's happening, but everything has a divine and specific purpose and timing. And we have to trust that. So again, we're going to be looking at determination. If you have the daily word, and some of you do, you may open it up. And it is for February the 8th, Sunday, 2026. We are together in this moment, reading about determination. My determination takes me far. In every person's life, there will be times of ease and times of struggle. In the tougher times, it's natural to feel discouraged and tempted to give up on plans and dreams. We've all been there, right? When discouragement sets in, I remember I'm fully human and fully divine, a spiritual being endowed with many gifts. I fortify myself by invoking my innate qualities of strength and power. They give me the determination to keep going, to stay the course. I can use my body and mind to accomplish what I set out to do, but I also know there is more to me than that. The attributes of God are mine to use, yours to use. Yes. Thank you so much for the support this morning. I believe in myself and move forward with determination. So deeply do we care for you that we are determined to share with you not only the good news of God, but also our own selves, because you have become very dear to us, as found in 1 Thessalonians 2:8 of the Holy Bible, for those that adhere to it. Thank you so much for joining. We don't have to love God and Jesus. We have to live in the Spirit and follow the teachings of the Christ. And God was in the Christ. They're not separate. So I don't love God and Jesus because they're not separate. They were unified in the field of consciousness. So we live in the Spirit and the living, loving truth of what Christ taught. So I live in the Spirit of the Christ. I walk in the Spirit of God. And God lives on the inside of each and every one of us. So I hope that answers your question. I have taken on, and every day I sit and take on the mind of Christ. That is the most important thing in the world. And then, of course, because we love God, we'll love other people as well. So the important thing is, yes, loving God, but is your nature converted and transformed into Christ consciousness? Has your nature been converted? Has your mind been renewed? Has your heart been regenerated and born again? And that doesn't mean by saying some prayer in an altar necessarily and saying, oh God, I receive you into my heart. Jesus, come into my heart. No, that is something that takes place, which is a transformative experience because you've had a God encounter and you've had a transformational experience with the presence and power of the living Spirit of the Most High God that lives on the inside of you. So I can love all I want. But what if I'm not loving people? What if my heart is mean and I'm grumpy and I'm religious and I have a religious spirit and I don't like people and I judge people? Well, if you're not, believing as I believe, then you're doing it the wrong way. And if I point a finger like that, then what am I doing? Am I loving? Am I living for God? So thank you for that question. I do appreciate it. I truly do. I'm just thinking about what determination is, just circling back to that quickly. What is your determining factor? Again, think about and reflect. This is what I'd like you to do, and I invite you to do. I invite you to think about what drives you this day, what pushes you, what is the thing that compels you, what is the thing where you have had challenges and obstacles, but you continue to persevere. What was that thing? Was it a calling? Was it something that you knew deep on the inside of you intrinsically, that it was something that you had to do? You had to get the job done. I remember when I was pursuing my education, there were times where I was challenged, where I just knew I could not do math. Math was just my weakness. I could do A's and everything else but math. Anything that consisted of anything mathematical, I was mathematically challenged, so I thought. And then I made up in my mind, and I was going to get tutoring. I was going to get the support that I needed. I said, I am going to get this degree no matter what. I am going to pass this high school course no matter what. So if I have to put it out there 24/7, where I'm studying, where I go the extra mile, where I go above and beyond, where I get the resources that I need, I am going to pass this particular course. Why? Because I'm determined to reach my goal. I'm determined to get there. I'm going to go through, in terms of this ministerial program, I'm going to get this particular certification, which is going to allow me to be able to help people and serve people in a greater capacity and a greater way. I'm going to pursue this. I'm not going to stop. I'm determined to get there. My mind is set on the goal. I see myself there. I envision myself there. So I must get there, and I'm determined to get there with the help and the reliance on spirit that lives on the inside of me. So by focusing on your goal, meditating on your goal, writing down your goal, writing down the vision, putting it on your vision board, whatever that looks like for you, that will be the thing that keeps you focused on the goal so that you reach your destination, and all of your determination is there. That energy that sets you ablaze to get to the goal. So I invite you to turn within in this moment. I have a smile on my face because I can remember the days, and I still have goals that I'm determined to see through with the help of the Most High God. Absolutely. Absolutely. How good it is to be able to turn within, to be ever so grateful for this lovely and wonderful day. For this is a marvelous, marvelous Sunday. We're grateful to be gathered with one another in fellowship and in unity and in communion. How good it is that the sun is coming up. Grateful that in different places and spaces, in different regions in the United States, that the weather is changing. Speaking the word that we all come together as a collective, knowing our oneness with each other, knowing our oneness with the one power and the one presence and the one life, knowing that that is the source of all. So very grateful for the word, sound, and the reading for this day, which puts our mindset in a certain focus and a certain modality, knowing that whatever it is that has been dropped in our spirit, that has been downloaded in our consciousness and in our soul, the longing of our soul, the calling of our soul, we lean into the spirit of determination this day, being tenacious with the call that has been given to us. And each of us have a unique and specific divine call, an assignment that has been given to us, that we joyfully accept, that we willfully accept, and that we yield to. Excited about it, enthralled about it, thrilled about it. Oh yes, we're very, very joyous on this day and every day about what has been given for us to do. We ask the question each and every day, what is mine to do? Because each day it could be different. It's an adventure. It's a journey. It's an escapade that we're going on. And so we enthusiastically invite the challenges in as well, whatever they may look like, because it's exciting. Yes. So what is mine to do? We are determined to see the goal through. We're determined to see it through to the end, motivated and driven by the pursuit of God and God alone, knowing that that is the all-being end goal. Spirit, renewal in spirit, rejuvenation in the spirit, helping others, supporting others, being that beneficial presence on the planet Earth. Yes, this is what we live for. And that may look different for each and every one of us. What something is going on with me, that something that has been given to me, that something, that gift, that talent, whatever it may be, it may look different for each heart and each person. And we are not to compare our journeys with one another, but be glad and be grateful for the gift and the assignment that has been gifted to us. And that we never lose our motivation and our drive and our enthusiasm and our passion for that thing that drives us, that thing that keeps us going, that thing that motivates us, the thing that puts the sparkle and the twinkle in our eyes to get the job done. And it's not laborious. Oh no, but it is a blissipline, as Michael B. Beckwith calls it. It is a blissipline, and we are in the discipline and the bliss of it all because it is blissful to be able to do the task that we've been called and assigned to do, predestined to do before we even arrived here in this incarnation. And so joyfully, in thanksgiving and in gratitude, we allow this thought to be and to resonate in the universe, in the atmosphere. We put it out there. And even if we're questioning what that thing is, we know that the answers will come to us. And then that spark will be lit in us to go forth and grow forth in the spirit of determination to see the assignment and the destiny fulfilled. I release the word. I allow it to be. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. It feels good. It feels really, 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 really good. No matter what it is, have that tenacity to hold on to it. Even in the face of challenges, even in the face of adversity, hold on to it. We don't want to hold on too tightly because we don't want to create resistance either. There is something called resistance where if we're doing something too forcefully, we can then counter the very thing that we're trying to go after. So we don't want to create any type of resistance in terms of what it is that we are doing, but we want to flow in it with grace and ease as well. Because when you're too forceful about something, I'm determined to get it done, and you put out that kind of energy, then you obstruct the very goal that you're trying to approach. So we can be determined. We can have it in our mindset that this will be done and confess it and speak the word, that we will see it through to fulfillment and that it will be accomplished. But we don't have to push, because when you push, you create resistance, okay? So it becomes a force field where you're blocking the very thing that you're trying to accomplish. So that's a whole nother story there. And I'm sure that we've all experienced that, where we were going too hard on something, on a goal, and we canceled it out because it was just too much force and too much determination and too much. So it's about balancing the energy, balancing the vibration, and going forth as such. So yes, Connor Berry, hi. So very good to see you. Good to see each and every person today. I hope that was a blessing to you. I hope that you continue to move in determination, not giving up, not surrendering. And sometimes when you are challenged and you're not able to move forward, just to give you a heads up with this, to give you some peace of mind with this, and you find that it's just not working. I was determined, I was motivated, and it still didn't work. What do? It's because sometimes you're being redirected to a different pathway, which will lead you to the same outcome. Yes, it will lead you to the same outcome, okay? But you're just being redirected on how to get there. Sometimes it looks different than what we planned. And there's a better vision in mind, okay, from the creator. That's even better than the thing that we had all mapped out. We thought we had all our ducks in a row. Yeah, I had it all worked out. I had the mathematic calculations. I knew it was going to be this way. I was going to go here, and then I was going to go there, and then it was going to look like this, but then you were detoured, and then you were redirected. So it's all God, and knowing that everything is working out together for our highest good, right? It's all for our good. And sometimes that has happened to me in my life, and I was like, wow, that actually turned out better. I thought I was being just, trampled over. I just thought it wasn't working, but actually it was working out. And it worked out even better than I had thought it would. So I leave that nugget with you. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much, my sister, for sticking in there with me. I appreciate you. If you want to chat ever, you on Facebook, you can always drop your information and we can definitely talk whenever you're ready. Okay. So I love each and every one of you. Have a blessed and amazing day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Girl, I thank you again for being with me and waking up. Oh, Pacific time. My goodness. You are something else. Mighty warrior. Love you so much. Have a